Hey, this is Lewis from Breakdance, and in this video I want to talk about building your entire website with Breakdance. I'm talking about headers, footers, global blocks, templates. You can control everything within Breakdance. So let's see how it works. So first, if you go to the Breakdance settings page and then go to theme, you'll see we recommend that you disable the WordPress theme system. Of course, you can use Breakdance with a theme, and then you can just use Breakdance to design your post content, and everything else will come from the theme. However, for the best performance and maximum design flexibility, you should just disable the theme system entirely, right? If you're going to design your header and your footer and all other parts of your site with Breakdance, there's no reason to leave the theme system enabled. It's only going to bloat up your site and interfere. So let's disable the theme system. And now we'll see when we go over to the themes page, the WordPress theme system is entirely disabled. The active theme is never going to be loaded. It has no impact on your site's performance or appearance. So with the theme system entirely disabled, let's go ahead and create a header that's going to apply to every page on our website. So first I'm just going to create a sample page here. Just call the sample page. And this is just so we have something to work with. I'll open it up with Breakdance. And I'll go ahead and just add a section to the page and a heading that just says sample page. And for size, I'll just make it viewport height and center everything. And there we go. There's going to be our sample page, so we have something to work with. Now to create a header, you go to Breakdance, and then you go to headers. And from here, we're going to create a header. I'll call this main header. And where do I want it to apply? Everywhere. If you don't want your header to apply everywhere, you could make it apply, for example, to only certain posts or only certain pages. Maybe you want a special header for your members area. Maybe you want a special header for taxonomy archive. Maybe you want a special header that only appears for users that are, logged in. The user is logged in and viewing a page. They'll get the logged in members area header. So we have all the conditions and locations you need to have different headers for different parts of your site. But right now we're going to make one header that just applies everywhere. So just click Add Header, and now we can edit the header in Breakdance. So I'm just going to make a simple header here. I'll add in a section. I'm going to put a logo on the left and a little menu on the right. So let's upload my logo, breakdance.png. And that's a little big. Let's go to image and make that a little small. Let's go with 120, looks good. And then we're going to add a menu on the right side of the screen. I have a little sample menu on this site, so we'll just choose that. And then for layout, we want this to stack horizontally with space between the items and vertically align it in the middle. And this is way too tall for a header. So let's make it smaller. Let's go into spacing. We'll just give 20 pixels of padding on either side. And let's add a nice shadow. Let's say 0, 0, 75 pixels of blur. And the default color is actually pretty nice. And for the background, we will make it white. So there we go. Here is our header. And this is now going to apply to all pages of our site. So let's go back to WordPress. And let's go to our sample page. And you'll see that our sample page now has our sample header. We can do the same thing for footers. You just go to Breakdance footers, and now you can create a footer that applies, everywhere or only where you want it to. I'm not going to create a footer for purposes of this video. Now for templates, let's say you want to design, for example, a blog post layout. Well, by default, Breakdance provides templates. Even if you don't create them, that's going to make your content look good. But if you wanted to customize this, you could just create a template. So you go to Breakdance templates. And this is where you can create templates for WooCommerce, for single post, post archive, not found, search results, or even an entirely custom template with advanced options and conditions. For example, you have a number of different locations you can apply the template to, and you can create conditions as well. For example, only show the template to logged in users or users with certain roles, only show the template for certain pages. If a page is sample page, we could apply this template. Otherwise, we don't. So you basically have unlimited flexibility, just like you would if you were creating a WordPress theme with PHP files. But this time, let's just add a single post template, and let's edit this in Breakdance. So here we are inside of Breakdance, and for our single post, I'll add a heading. We're going to set this dynamically to the post title. So to do that, you just, in the field you want to set dynamically, mouse over it, click the database icon, and then you can choose post title. Then you have some advanced options like, fallback, prepend, append. I'm going to put a featured image in here, so let's choose image, and let's set this dynamically as well to the post featured image. That is a little bit big. Let's make it smaller. And I'm not going to try to make this look good. I'm just demoing the functionality here. Let's add some margin here. And then for the post content, we'll add a rich text element. I like using rich text for post content because you have nice styling controls for the different things you might find in the post content. And we're just going to set this dynamically to the post content. And if we wanted to, we could add in, this is just dummy data I had imported. We could add in a comment form. We could add in a comments list. Everything you need to build blog post elements. We could display the post meta. For example, who posted it, the date it was posted, whether there are comments. You can customize all that. So Breakdance basically has what you need to build templates that apply to any sort of content on your site. Custom post types, built-in posts, WooCommerce, whatever you have, you can style it with Breakdance. Now, let me show how Breakdance works with a theme, because if you have an existing site, you might want to use Breakdance on your pages, but you might want to keep your theme. So I'm going to go ahead and delete my template, and I'm going to delete my header, and then I'm going to go to Breakdance settings, and I'm going to activate the theme system. So go to theme, and I'll choose keep theme. And right now, I have the Astra theme active on the site. So let's take a look at sample page with the Astra theme active. And as you can see, we have our header and our footer and our kind of design from the Astra theme. And if you open Breakdance, you'll only be editing the content area of the post. So let's take a look in Breakdance and see how that actually looks. And here we are. We still have a section, a heading. The section is just inside the content area of the page. You can't edit the theme with Breakdance. You can add an image in here to demonstrate. Here's what's going on. Okay, let's say we want to create a header in Breakdance, though, and we still want to keep our theme. I generally don't recommend doing this because if you're going to design your whole site in Breakdance, you may as well disable your theme. But the option is available. So I'm going to go to headers here, and let's go to page, and just so you can remember what the Astra header looks like, this is the Astra header and Astra footer and Astra page area with the Breakdance content with the gray background. Let's now go into the trash and restore our old header. And if you remember, this old header applies everywhere. So let's now open sample page again, and you'll see that we've replaced the themes header with the Breakdance designed header, but we've still kept the rest of the theme intact. Anyway, that is how full site editing works with Breakdance. You go to Breakdance templates, Breakdance headers, or Breakdance footers, and you can create everything you need to design every part of your site from inside Breakdance.